Welcome back to a channel that you all know and love, and if you don't know, you need to get to know it so you can love it. I don't have much to say, just be sure to join the Discord. We have had a few more people join the Discord. I want to get more active people in there, and the more active people we get, the faster we can get to getting y'all involved in future videos. But today, we are reacting to a Big Tug video. First time watching Big Tug on the channel, and today's video is the death of cable TV.
For exclusive content that YouTube won't let me post, and also a bunch of other cool things. Okay, thank you. When Netflix premiered House of Cards in 2013, viewers were treated to an opening scene showing Kevin Spacey committing animal cruelty with a foghorn leghorn accent. And just as he smothered the random dog in some roundabout analogy, this little artistic move had Netflix themselves smothered the entertainment vessel we sailed on our whole lives, cable TV. Not only did this jaw-dropping television show all of us that
30 seconds in and I'm lost as hell. Where we at? Who? I know Kevin Spacey to an extent, don't know him like that, you know, obviously. I hope he doesn't refer to actors too much, because I do not know actors.
Cable television wasn't the only place you could go to nowadays for well-written, good television. It also showed that Kevin Spacey is really good at playing an evil person. Where is he pulling that energy from? It's 2013, so we won't ask any more questions. The life and death of cable TV is something that I hold.
I feel like there was a reference to something.
This isn't like hearing about how CDs took over cassettes or how DVDs took over VHS. This isn't some long-gone technology that Gen Xers whine about.
No, we're not there yet. It's going to be there, but we're not there yet.
We all saw what happened here. We all sat around the blue light campfire and watched cable TV die. But it wasn't always a joke of a medium. Cable TV, for a lack of a better term, was the balls. It was dope. With cable TV, consumers had access to hundreds of channels covering every topic imaginable, including a version of Comedy Central that didn't just air the same reruns of The Office all day, every day. We could just turn on the TV and watch the coolest music videos of all time, anytime. We could watch—
That is the thing too, though. With a lot of channels that used to be the hot thing, a lot of companies, I guess, don't really want to reach out to them to air a show or try to get a show on that channel, because they can get more money with some kind of subscription thing. I feel like maybe not all the time. I don't know. You know, this is my guess. MTV plays ridiculousness on repeat. Rob Dyrdek is making a killing off of that, probably. Like he said, Comedy Central only playing The Office and spamming South Park episodes. They don't really, the old channels don't really have that fresh new TV show, that fresh new reality show. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm missing something, unless I'm just out the loop, but I haven't heard about it.
TV, which was like if a pair of boobs and a tall boy decided to make TV programming. We used to be a proper country before cable TV became the family dog that had one or two.
You're gonna see me looking over at my screen a lot. Gotta
so
make
let's
sure
hold hands and talk about everything that went right and wrong with cable television. And maybe realize at the same time that streaming is making every fucking mistake possible that cable TV already made. Because if we don't learn from history, then something bad happens.
History
I don't know if that's
repeats
the right quote,
itself.
but I saw the headline of the article. I didn't finish it.
Life and death of cable TV.
So despite the fact that television is not outdated as we all think, I do think I have to explain a few things here. Like, cable TV and broadcast TV are not the same thing. These are different concepts. I know some of you are groaning at the fact that I have to explain that.
What's broadcast TV? Is that the satellite?
Can operate a computer, so we have to go through these things. Broadcast TV uses public airways that can be picked up by basically any TV out there. You ever hear about those things called rabbit ears? Like those big sticks that would stick out of your TV and you'd have to adjust them to get channels? That's broadcast TV.
Okay, so that's broadcast TV with like the broad thing. Oh, broadcast is broadcast. It's broad over the different kind of casting thing. Because think about it, it's just whatever's on the air. But then that's when you come with your different cable TVs and your different cable providers. And that's why channel 6 on Xfinity is channel 3058 on DirecTV. Hate that shit. Hate it. Stupidest thing ever.
Except they did stop doing that when they moved over to like the technology version of it, but whatever. It's like everyone's getting it for free. These include the NCIS and Dick Wolf Cartel Networks, CBS and NBC, for example. PBS also, which is why whenever you meet someone who was poor when they were a child, they don't know anything about SpongeBob, but they can sing the entire theme song to Rough Ruffman verbatim. Broadcast survives via ad dollars from its highbrow art of the common television commercial. Cable television networks like Animal Planet.
I miss Animal Planet. I miss the OG Animal Planet.
Like show my kids self how various farm animals give birth. They don't use public airways, and they require a subscription.
Was that I was about to say Coyote Peterson. It's not Coyote Peterson. What's that man's name? The dude that catch the snapping turtles. He used to go yeah. I can't do it real high pitch like he do it. Turtle Man? Was it Turtle Man or something like that? I can't remember. I just remember one episode vividly. He got sprayed by a skunk and he sat in tomato juice. I don't feel like it worked, but I don't know. I feel like that man always had a stench. Where's he at now? He's still living?
those subscriptions they have, they're not scams at all. Cable TV was revolutionary in its distribution of over-the-air programming.
And the ads too, man. The ads used to...
This was dish TV. Like, there was no actual cable, but you put a disc on your roof that looked like an anal probe, and then you could enjoy the...
What anal probe looks like this? Tug, what you got going on, Big Tug? What you tugging on? I don't know. I feel like he know more than me.
Your
I don't
roof
know.
That looked like an anal.
He knows
probe.
something
and
I don't.
You could enjoy the X-Files like everyone else, unless it was raining or snowing, or it was a little too hot or a little too cold that day, or the sun was out. The best thing about cable TV over broadcast was the specialty networks based on specific genres like science fiction or Guy Fieri. With cable networks catering to different niche audiences, the push to diversify programming grew as more people had access to cable, freeing them from the clutches of the 3-channel lifestyle. There was basic cable at first, and then there was more premium cable that let you swear a lot and show boobs sometimes. Usually side boob, but you could show boobs. And those two things were the coolest thing a 5th grader could get his hands on. So it was always fun to go.
I remember that. I remember one time there used to be this channel. I have no idea what it was. I think it was a Sobe ad, but they used like a bunch of women in bikinis.
Premium cable, and when their parents went to sleep, y'all watched boobs. It was fun. Putting things in your mouth.
Said it.
You do it, I do it, everyone's doing it. And talking about cable, we got to talk about the big hitter of the industry, which of course was HBO. HBO was just the dopest place to watch the dopest shit imaginable.
It was HBO Max, and then Max. What happened to HBO?
Home Box Office was founded in 1972, offering uncut and commercial-free movies, which was revolutionary before streaming made our brains all small and peanut-like. It was especially wild back then because if you
see, I have such late reactions to stuff that they say in the videos, and then when I go back and edit the videos, I feel like my video is delayed like hell because of my delayed ass reaction. But it takes time for my brain to react. But stop reacting so slow, bro. Goddamn, throwing yourself off.
Wanted to watch a movie.
Sorry, I had to break the fourth wall there.
Whoops, that you shouldn't think that because that's impossible. I mean, yes, they did play movies sometimes on broadcast TV, but they were really old and no one cared about them, and also they would cut them down so they would fit into the TV format, and it just sucked. So HBO was filling that void. Before Game of Thrones and The Sopranos, HBO offered its first original series on September 8th, 1972 called Martha's Attic. And it had a different kind of anti-hero that HBO became famous for over time. Instead of a rough and rowdy, down-to-earth white guy, it actually was showing off a puppet. It was a puppet show for kids.
Ooh,
weird start to what this channel would be.
Hell
The
no.
only notable thing in the 70s was like behind the NFL, or inside the NFL. It was a show for dads, and dads loved it everywhere. They rejoiced. By the 80s, the network branched out with more puppets for some reason with Fraggle Rock, but other hit shows like Philip Marlowe, Private Eye, and Tales of the Crypt came around. Fun fact, the dude from Tales from the Crypt is my sleep paralysis.
Too old for me.
That dude was way too scary to be a
I feel like this is what a lot of people think I used to watch. I am 22 going on 23, dude. I've never seen these shows ever a day in my life, bro. I was born in 2002.
In the 90s, HBO really cemented its status of prestige that we all know it for today, with the yearly premieres of iconic shows Oz in 97, Sex and the City in 98, and The Sopranos in 99. So HBO was showing everybody
Sex and the City.
Dope as fuck. But that
I'm not gonna lie. I know I say I'm not gonna lie a lot, but I remember when Sex and the City was like, I guess it came to theaters or something, and I remember walking down the theaters and I see a viewing of Sex and the City, bro. I thought it was just porn. I thought they were just playing just porn in the movie theaters, just Sex and the City. I thought it was a bunch of sex, bro.
Ted Turner is a name we have to bring up. Ted Turner is a piece of shit. Nicknamed Terrible Ted and the Captain Outrageous, he became one of our biggest media moguls. His untreated manic brain created the 24-hour broadcasting model, whereas before the TV network shut down at the end of the night. Which one is crazy that they used to be like, all right, that's TV. Good night. We're just gonna play the American national anthem, and then we're just gonna not do anything until morning. And also, nonstop TV programming.
I did not know that.
That hasn't had unintended consequences on the way we consume media and also get our information. That's not ruining how the American brain. Good job, Ted. Turner started his career by being a college dropout. We've been friends since day one. A girl in his dorm room. Ted Turner then set his sights on building an empire by acquiring different TV stations and airing things like secondhand programming and I Love Lucy and Bugs Bunny. Now, I know what you're thinking. Where did Ted Turner get all of this money? He dropped out of college and he was just acquiring TV stations? How would he do that? His dad was rich. You could have guessed. His dad was rich. He had
Nepo baby.
He was a Billboard media mogul. A lot of old school film fans hated Ted Turner's guts because he kept recoloring old black and white movies. Famous pile of creamed corn Roger Ebert referred to this desecration of old films as vulgarity of computerized graffiti gangs. I think
what's wrong with it being in color, bro?
That guy, but he made a good point. You don't want to cross film fans. You don't want to get against the Letterboxd brigade. There's nothing more savage than a group of David Lynch fans heading for.
I have noticed that people that are deep into like film and video stuff and like TV things like that, they get deep. When they get into it, and sometimes they be mean as hell. Y'all need to branch out, bro. Y'all can't be all mean all the time.
A first of its kind, offering an independent TV region-specific TV station to cable and satellite TV subscribers anywhere in the country. Soon there was an explosion of cable channels with offerings for just about everyone. Before MTV became a dumpster of just what Rob Dyrdek shits out every day, it gave the music industry an entirely new visual medium and majorly impacted the look of commercials and TV movies at the time. People were just trying shit in music videos, and some of it worked out. People were
they were spamming color back in the day. Good God.
VH1 was kind of like that. It was originally created to play music videos appealing to an older audience, but then they realized that older people couldn't give a shit about this thing. They don't care about music videos, so that's not working out. Then they shifted to reality programming like Behind the Music, I Love the Decade series, The Surreal Life,
that's
and
smart
the
move.
spin-off Flavor of Love. And they kind of
keeping it music related for the music people that actually liked it.
Started making reality shows.
Smart.
And that was the death of MTV. Sorry, Jersey Shore was fun, but it was peak. This is over kind of content. Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network.
I heard from a person that's from Jersey. Jersey Shore people weren't even from Jersey, and they didn't represent Jersey people well at all. Like, there's not many people that are up there that act like that at all.
Supremacy to keep the attention of dumb children who just want to watch cartoons all day.
Shout out Cartoon Network.
And the children often picked a side. It was like a civil war. Rugrats versus Johnny Bravo. SpongeBob versus Ed, Edd and Eddy. Cow and Chicken versus all that. And I'm pretty sure Nickelodeon wins all of those battles, but those were cherry picked. ESPN gave sports guys the chance to watch a sport, then watch the highlights from that sport, and then watch a guy talk about the highlights from that sport. Truly masturbation level television. Comedy Central gave us some of the most iconic television series of all time, like South Park, Chappelle Show, and Reno 911. Why doesn't anyone talk about Reno 911 anymore? It was such a good show. Adult Swim's impact on animation and comedy.
Love Adult Swim, man.
Talked about it way too much. And some cable channels gave us hyper-focused programming, like the world's most epic tank battles and Ancient Aliens, both airing on History Channel.
Bro,
which doesn't
missed the History Channel. What was the show? World's Deadliest Warriors or World's Toughest Warriors, whatever the hell they played on. I think it was on the History Channel or Nat Geo. Oh my God. This one battle, they had Shaka Zulu. It was the first one I've ever seen. It was a Shaka Zulu versus some other ancient warrior. And then they did American SWAT team versus the British. America won. Shout out the US. Bring that back, bruh.
Having fun. Spike TV and G4 were channels for dudes and dudes only. HGTV,
love Spike
Oxygen,
TV,
and,
man.
TLC was for the ladies, for the date.
On Spike, you had your wrestling thing that came on every now and then. That's the only time I ever watched wrestling. Didn't really care about it. Just when it was the last thing on TV. 1,000 Ways to Die. Scared me because I thought I was just gonna die. But I loved 1,000 Ways to Die, bro.
Ladies. And I don't know if advertisers back then knew about
bring that back. Folk, they were all fake, but bring it back.
Probably Steven Universe, probably Cartoon Network. That did a lot for the culture. Then you have more nondescript channels like TBS, TNT, USA Network, True TV, and A&E, and they would just pump out whatever the fuck. They were just making. That was just a bullshit. Who would watch it? You turn on TNT and you're gonna watch an NBA Finals game, a home improvement show, and like a cooking show, all within a 2-hour block. It was pretty fun. But the term golden age only exists when the ages that follow it were notably shittier than the ones that preceded it. And oh boy, did things get shitty. They got real shitty real fast.
The fall. This is it, y'all.
Soon after his peak, cable TV was fully oversaturated with many channels covering the same ground and lots of the same shows were airing. Lucrative syndication deals became the goal for
they all started spamming the same ads too.
To sputter in terrible final seasons just to reach the number of episodes needed to get syndication. Syndication gave networks an option that was way cheaper than making their own original programming. So naturally, the business geniuses just gave up on making good shows and just said, hey, let's just air Friends and Seinfeld until we die. MTV is the biggest culprit of this bullshit, by the way. That channel has been a well-known joke for many years. With ridiculousness occupying most of the broadcast hours in the week, the channel has become an unkillable zombie version of its former self. They completely gave up and focused on Paramount Plus. Actually, any Viacom channel has done that. Go watch Adult Swim on the TV. Go tonight, stay up a little late and watch Adult Swim. There's no more ads on that channel. It's just ads for Paramount Plus. They've given up on trying to make money, just sending people to Paramount. Speaking of what,
and it's the same thing with Nat Geo, because when I was in the Dominican Republic, I was watching Bear Grylls on Nat Geo, and there was nothing but Paramount Plus ads just in the top left corner the entire night. When it went to ad break, you'll see a random few different kind of local ads there, and all in Spanish. Then they start spamming Paramount Plus and talking about how they have all the Monsters Inc. on there, and I'm not gonna lie, I low-key wanted to buy it.
I don't think Cartoon Network even exists.
I don't feel like I watch shows enough for that.
People on Twitter who used to work there say like the channel is pretty much gone. Like no one works at Cartoon Network anymore, and that's fucking scary. All of the TV networks were forced against their will to shift their focus onto their own streaming platforms, most of which haven't.
But they're not providing them any fresh content,
bro. Could already be shut down. I mean, Peacock. that shit sucks, and it's not gonna be around for long. Not to mention everything is on YouTube. I mean, the internet, people don't talk about how much the internet fucked over cable TV. I mean, have you talked to someone born after 2005? They wouldn't know how to find a channel on the TV. All the media they consume comes from the internet. The true beginning of the end, true. That is very true. Threw in the towel was when they started airing streaming shows on cable TV. Like, they started showing BoJack Horseman on TNT or whatever. They said, you know what, you win. We're just, it's over. We're just gonna, you guys are doing everything. We're just gonna pretend to be doing a Uno reverse card. When I have access to it, I'll admit, I watch cable TV to bring myself back to a simpler time. Sitting down and watching Shark Tank again makes me feel, it's like, I feel simple. I feel simple.
That's very true. You do get a certain feeling from watching cable TV compared to other different forms of content, such as YouTube, Twitch, streaming platforms, all that stuff. It makes me feel more homey, right? It gives me a more homey vibe, and I like it, but now I really only use it just to watch sports.
Genuine ad breaks too, I miss that. Not the shit YouTube does where I'm just watching the dime bar at the bottom go down so I can hit the skip button, or the shit Hulu does where it just shows me the same ad 7 times in a row. But just hearing a cheesy seen on TV ad about some useless gadget while I stand up to go grab a
show me
snack
the
or
BS ads.
It gives you a break from the media. Going back to cable TV.
Show me the BS ads that I'll never buy and I'll never want, but they seem like a good idea. Am I ever going to buy them? No. Will it be at some random dollar store years down the road in the little ad scene on TV section? Absolutely. So if I ever feel the need, I need to buy it, then I will.
In 2024, it's like visiting your grandma in a nursing home. It's cute, and you both get to relive your own versions of memories, but you know this isn't gonna last forever. Cable TV did a lot for my generation and the generation that came before me. We were practically raised on television, but all good things come to an end, and I'm pretty sure the end of cable TV has already happened. I mean, yes, it's still around, but so is radio. You know,
I'm just scared for the subscriptions, bro. Could they be taxing?
Streaming keeps going the way it's going. We might all have to go back to cable because it's almost as bad. New videos every Saturday and Wednesday. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I didn't talk about TiVo. Oh my god, how did I forget about TiVo? I may make a whole video about TiVo. And thank you to Fume for sponsoring today's video.
I hope y'all enjoyed that video. What do y'all think about cable, bro? A lot of y'all probably didn't even really watch cable that much. I'm sad to see cable on its way out. It's definitely on its way out. I just want to see what they're going to do with the sports realm of it, because a lot of those games are free and they're very localized, and it's going to be an uproar if that goes to specific streaming platforms. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed that video. Be sure to check out the other videos. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Also, be sure to check out the Discord. We get more and more people in there. We get people being active. We'll be able to include y'all into future videos. But yeah, man, I'm out.